Moley and Friends Storytime. Beneath your feet, below the ground, there's a town where moles are found. A magical place where the fun never ends. For our hero Moley and all his friends. Now, let's see what's going on beneath the molehill. Hurley Burley. Moley was having a scary dream when he fell out of bed and woke up all tangled up in his duvet.
Oh, Manny, I had a scary dream. I was an adventurer in a big jungle when suddenly a guacca monster came running after me.
Manny, his magical book friend, put his bookmarks around Moley to try and comfort him. Moley continued,
You know, I wish I were more brave. I'm going to try and be a little more adventurous.
Manny fluttered his pages sympathetically. Later that morning at the Grand Cafe, Moley was sitting with his friends. Melanie the waitress came over and asked,
The usual, Moley? You know what?
Said Moley.
No, I'd like to try something new. Something adventurous. Today, I'd like to have an open-topped baguette.
There was a small gasp. Mona Lisa raised an eyebrow.
Wow, Moley, you are being so adventurous. You're right, Mona,
said Moley gravely.
Life is short, and sometimes we have to try new.
He stopped mid-sentence because Dotty suddenly appeared right in front of him. Dotty said,
Sorry, Moley, but I've got a huge problem. I signed up for camp and just found out that everyone who goes there is supposed to do the big leap. It's a really big jump. I don't think I can do it, but I really want to go to camp.
Moley cleared his throat and began to offer some words of wisdom for her. After all, he had now decided to be a brave and adventurous mole.
Dotty, 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 you came to the right mole. I was just telling Mona Lisa the importance of facing your fears. I think you should go ahead and do the big leap, because then you'll be able to get excited about going to camp every year.
Dotty drew a deep breath.
Thank you, Moley. You're right. I'm going to do it.
With Dotty reassured, Moley returned to his yummy baguette, only to be frozen in shock. A huge shadow loomed across the cafe. Moley quickly dived under the table, trembling and scared. A gasp went around the room. A baby mole started crying, and then a humongous mole entered the cafe. Each step he took shook the floor with his big boots. He struck a giant paw down on the table, right in front of Mona Lisa.
I'm looking for Moley, the one they call the keeper of MoleTown.
Mona Lisa looked up calmly, not scared of this big mole at all.
May I ask why you're looking for him?
Last time I was here, Moley promised that he would come with me on my next adventure. Well, it's time for that adventure, and I'm here to collect him. Tell him Hurley Burley is looking to take him running in the wild with the weasels, digging for gold in the snake pits of Burmole, and hun-gliding over the alligator pits in the Great Mole Canyons.
And with that, Hurley Burley, the humongous mole, turned and stomped out. As soon as the door closed, Moley popped up from under the table, his eyes wide with terror. He grabbed a glass of water and threw it into his own face. But this wasn't a dream. Hurley Burley was real. "Well, Moley," said Mona Lisa sweetly, "you wanted to be a brave mole. Your chance for adventure has arrived. You should grab your fear by the nose and give it a good shake." Before she finished speaking, Moley ran out of the door. He dashed into the kitchen and sprang out of a window into a back alley. Manny caught up with him there.
There you are,
Sighed Moley.
Oh, my wiggly worms, Manny. I need a disguise so no one will recognise me. I must hide so that Hurley Burley doesn't find me.
Manny flipped through his pages and zapped Moley into a bathing suit.
Wrong disguise,
said Moley. Another zap. Now Moley was wearing a pink ballet leotard.
No, try again.
Finally, Manny disguised Moley as a clown with a painted face and red nose.
Oh, Manny, never mind. Let's just go home quickly,
said Moley gloomily. Still disguised, Moley crept home, checking every step of the way that he wasn't being followed by a big mole. When he reached the house, he sneaked inside without Mr. and Mrs. Moley noticing. Moley was just catching his breath when he heard a big, booming voice downstairs.
"Oh, yes. I have an exciting adventure for him. It's so exciting, he'll have nightmares about it for an entire year."
Gulped Moley.
Oh, my wiggly worms. Hurley Burley has tracked me down.
Without thinking, Moley panicked and jumped out of his bedroom window, landing with a loud thud in a bin outside. Moley scrambled out of the bin and ran down the alley, with Manny flapping anxiously behind him. He had only one thought: stay away from Hurley Burley at all costs. But Hurley Burley did not give up. He was marching all through MoleTown, sniffing the air, knocking over bins and barging through tables. He was intent on searching for Moley to go on his adventures. Moley ran and ran until he had left MoleTown altogether. He could hear Hurley Burley's thundering feet behind him. When Moley reached a nearby swamp, he jumped in and lay on the bottom underneath the murkiness and used a straw to breathe through the water. But soon, Hurley Burley had picked up his trail and was heading towards him. Moley got out of the water and hid in the high branches of a tree. Then Moley ran into some dark caves full of bats. But Hurley Burley came after him with a flashlight. Moley was lucky to find an exit out of the back of the caves. He ran back into MoleTown and back to the Grand Cafe. Moley, what happened? You look... Have you been on an adventure? Asked Mona Lisa. No. Well, I mean, yes, I suppose I have, said Moley. But not on purpose. Oh, you're so brave, said Dotty. I wish I was more like you. I'm not brave at all. I've been frightened out of my fur all day. Hurley Burley is still looking for me. I had to hide in a swamp, then in a huge tree, and finally in some dark cave. It felt like a never-ending nightmare. But it was all real, and, oh, grubs, it's not over yet. Just as Moley said that, Hurley Burley walked into the Grand Cafe. This time, Moley did not dive under the table. He stood his ground and looked Hurley Burley straight in the eye. I am done running from you, Hurley, he said.
I am a mole, determined to face his fears. So, what shall it be? Cage dive in Shark Alley? Or perhaps you'd prefer if we jump off Wretchless Falls in a barrel? Whatever it is, I am with you, ready for adventure.
A giant grin stretched across Hurley Burley's face, and then, all of a sudden, he broke out into an uncontrollable wail. Tears streamed from his eyes as he sobbed.
I don't want to do any of those things. I have a confession, Moley. I've never run with the weasels or dug for gold in the snake pits of Burmole. They were all just stories. I only said all that so you like me.
Oh, Hurley, stop it. Don't cry. I do like you. It's very brave of you to admit that you made all that up. I guess we both have a lot more in common than I thought. We were both scared of going on those adventures, but didn't want to say anything.
Yes, that's right,
sniffed Hurley Burley.
Do you know, I make lemon tarts for a living. Next time I see you, I'd like to give you one.
Oh, that sounds adventurous,
smiled Moley.
I've never had a lemon tart before, but it's always great to try something new.
Oh, you're so brave, Moley, said Mona Lisa, and they all laughed. Best of all, Moley and Hurley Burley had a good laugh at themselves. Because you should never take yourself too seriously.